Happy Friday, everybody. It's your boy Don Illuminati back with another video. So I want to pick up on the Damascus Road. So let's just call this Damascus Road Part 2. There's been a lot of people contacting me lately. Lots, right? And, I was always counting on this because I've always felt like I was a person that was going to lead people and guide them, in the right direction, in the midst of chaos and worrisome troubles, that we all have here and there. But sometimes, a person gets weak and they feel like they don't have that support system. But if they can have that one friend, if you could be that one friend, this is why we have to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to be strong, because we have to understand the experience. You see what I'm saying? So we could be able to relate to them. I don't want to go too deep what the situations are, but it seems to be, there is a power struggle, in the household between men and women nowadays. And I just want to say that it's an energy. You see what I'm saying? It's an energy that's literally already there. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're just sitting there, you're minding your business, and then out of nowhere, here arises a situation, a topic that you didn't even want to discuss, and now you got to argue about it. You see what I'm saying? To the point to where it seems like things get out of control and this, that, and the third. But that's why I wanted to mind y'all about the consumption levels, like what you do out there, like drinking and just certain things. If you're getting too intoxicated, you're pulling away from the spirit of God. You know what I'm saying? God, he not even dealing with that. So he kind of going to let you be on your own for the moment, but you will literally become a sponge to demons. You see what I'm saying? And this is how they're going to be able to try you. But they're trying you because they're trying to get one of them to attach to you, so then you can destroy yourself. So let me tell you about this Damascus Road. If you already took in that Damascus Road, you should already know by now that ain't no turning back. If you turn back, you look at your life as stone. In the Bible, when they turned back and they was turned to either a pillar of salt or in stone, it's almost like if you look back, it's almost because you're intrigued or you missed something about that disrespectful life that you had or that you was getting. There was a lot of things that you was dealing with or that you are dealing with that's intolerable. You understand what I'm saying? And as a man or a woman, because a woman can be residing in the same situation, right? Because we got these warlocks and demons out there that's literally not just preying on our downfall, preying on us. They don't even have to prey on us. If they can literally be around you and you're allowing them around, they can continue their ritual that they're doing on you. They can continue these spells, this conjuring, which is an energy. So I've realized that as a man, in order for men, as a man, to be responsible in these situations, before you start picking up and becoming a part of these wicked patterns, you got to check yourself. This is why I keep telling the people so much. You got to check yourself, because the only way they're really going to get you if they get you to get you. So I want you to know that the demons that you are fighting against, that is the hardest demon to fight, is the ones that are literally trying to attach themselves to your host. We know that the people are trying to attach themselves to you, but you also have a spiritual realm and wickedness and activities that we do here and there that make us fall short before the glory of God. Getting drunk is definitely one of them. All right. And I have to come from my own experience with this, because I noticed when I was being tried, it was like they'll wait until you in a vulnerable moment and then bam, there they go. So it's you that allowed them to see that vulnerable moment. It's you that gave them that vulnerable moment. Now, what if you wasn't around them? What if you cut them off? Then your vulnerable moments, you could still flourish through those vulnerable moments, instead of having someone nearby with a negative spirit on him that's trying to literally conjure up the rest of the energy that it can get out of you. If you look back, these are the things that you're trying to go back to. And mind you, it's not like you're going to go back to it. They just pick up from where they left off and continue. So they already got so far with it, right? Either you failed to realize that you were being humiliated, or your life was being jeopardized. You failed to realize those things. If you didn't, you've already begun to start moving. You already started putting things in place and, you know, verbalizing, you know, to individuals around you what needs to be done. If they don't know, you let them know that your God called you to be set apart so that we can gain our own energy, because that's exactly what this is about. I don't care, because these people want to feel like they have so much control over the situation. I don't care. For all we know, there could be a vibe in the air, an energy in the air, a button that they're pushing at certain. For all we know, that's causing these people to act like maturing candidates out here. You see what I'm saying? 4K Ultra and this, that, and the third. So whether it's that or whether it's not, like these people are just being updated or something like that, and it'll change their energy, and now they're directing it towards you, right? Right. I mean, it's so silly that you got to look at it that way, but it's almost something like that, because if you really can't figure it out what it is, you're trying to figure out, okay, what do I do? Because you're not going to be able to change these things. So it's definitely an energy in the air, and this energy has been dealing with Eve for a very long time. You understand what I'm saying? And if you go all the way back to the Bible, right, and you realize the position that Eve played, she was literally the first woman that we know that, you know, fell to the deception. You understand what I'm saying? And so when God came to look at both of them, who did he come to? I don't care if you had too much to drink or you had too much to smoke. That's all your responsibility. That's why the Bible says stay sober and stay vigilant. Because being a part of that vigilante is making sure that that not only other people are conducting themselves in the right mannerisms, but yourself as well. And how are you going to be able to do a task like that when you're not even showing the example for yourself? You become stagnant because you're allowing these other entities that you partake in. Come on, yo, let's talk about us. Let's talk about us. Because before they get to you, you must be some kind of sponge. I'm telling you. And you'll notice every time you have just a little bit too much to drink. You'll notice. It'll use anybody around you. Seriously. And the best thing it wants to do is use people around you, because only these people have a certain type of knowledge that they can just start talking, and certain things is going to hit home. Some certain things is going to affect your spirit out of nowhere, cause you to reminisce, and then it cause your energy levels to be off. See, we don't need people around us that constantly keep you thinking about that. You don't need people constantly reminding you that you are a part of some type of humiliation. And you're giving these people the power to humiliate you by giving them the power to be around you. And I want to talk about that as well in another video. But this one is going to be called the power of association. The power of association is real. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to get in a little bit right now because I don't got much time. I want to finish the Damascus Road stuff, because there may be several parts to this story here, because literally a lot of people really just got started. And a lot of people don't know that they're in the Damascus Road. But let me tell you, it's because they're comfortable. And if they're comfortable because of you, then you're kind of standing in the way of God's plan. I'm telling you, because what God knew what it took. You feel what I'm saying? He knew what it took to get you to be in full submission. Don't you know he knows what it takes for these other individuals to be in full submission? So if they got to be on their Damascus Road, how dare you help? You, like I said, you can support those people as an individual because you love them and whatever the case may be. But how dare you stand in the way of the road that God has for them? It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be, you know, as soon as trouble comes, they can run to you. No, they got to run to God. Because now they run to you, and now you're getting ready to condone a lot of the activity that goes on. Because, mind you, if you're allowing them to be in your presence, and you know you're not shutting these things down or shutting these things out, you're condoning it, period, because you're entertaining it. And you can't be in that position. If you stay stuck in that position for too long, you know, God is going to pull away from you, and then now you're going to be in trouble. And that's why I want to let y'all know, because especially for men, and I get it, you know, you want to cling to your woman, you want to feel that this is your woman, but every here and there, this woman displays antics, almost as if it's not even her. And if your woman in this situation, and you got a man that's doing the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The only reason why I'm talking about women, because I'm a man. I don't, you see what I'm saying? I'm from that side. So I prefer to talk to my fellas and help them out. Go through your experiences as a woman and go help the women. It says, let the elder women teach the younger women. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to listen to my messages and stuff like that, you're going to have to understand that I'm not really that ain't my part. I'd be stepping on the elder women's toes for doing certain things. But as people and as children of God, I can assure you that most of us, we are going through the same things, the same struggles, because they literally seek us out. They literally seek us out to continue to place certain things in your life. I'm at the point where I'm not allowing people to put certain things in my life. You're not allowed to play witchcraft stuff around me unless you want to fight, like physically fight. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, if you know I'm going to get there, you know, man, that's your highest defense right there, bro. Because when they know that they don't really want to go there with you, they start turning a lot of ish off, bro. You might still keep seeing it, but look, let me tell you, you doing your job as a man of God, shutting it down, period. Whether you're able to execute him off your life or what, you're allowing him to know you ain't entertaining none of that mess, regardless of how much they trying to surround you. Because like I said, when God comes looking, he's going to come looking at the man. Y'all going to have to realize this. We're going to have to take full responsibility for our actions. You got to assume that before he even looks at the woman, he's getting ready to come to us. And he's going to say, well, what was your faults? Because see, you're going to have a fault. You're going to have a reason that this woman was able to come in and do this, that, and the third. And for you women, there is going to be reasons that these men was able to get in and infiltrate your spirit as well. You see what I'm saying? So that's why the Damascus Road is very important, because this road, it calls for isolation. Therefore, if you are having hard times, we're not all strong. We're not all going to be like that. So if you are caught in a vulnerable moment, there is no devils around you to pester you, to tamper with your spirit until you become okay again. Whether it's a few hours, a few days, or a few weeks, you ain't having nobody around you that can amplify, you know, that turmoil that's going on inside of you. And mind you, we all got it. So you have to know the times. You got to know the times before you go out there and start drinking because you feel like you having a hard day or whatever. If you already feeling like that and you feel like you need to go get a drink, you need to also clear your schedule from all folks. If they ain't folks that talk like me, clear your damn schedule. I got cats that call me all the time, drunk. And I'll tell you, I hate to try to entertain certain spirits. And half the times I pick up, sometimes I do. Because even in the midst of them is a person deep down inside behind all that junk that they're still trying to reach out. And I'll let them know that I have to move in a certain way, because I got to let them know that I'm not going to be there every time you call. And I will pick up any time of the day, in the morning, a.m., 2 a.m. It wouldn't matter. Any of my folks could call. They know this. I've been on the phone for the last 2-3 weeks. Hours worth of conversations. I'm talking about individual people. No person has less than 2 hours with me that's been on the phone that had called my phone. And I'm telling you, it's just about almost every day now. So I like it because it helps me exercise seeing who I am, developing who I am, and helping these people that's around me, causing our relationships to be a hell of a lot stronger. Hell of a lot stronger, bro. Because now it's like, and I don't want to put myself in front of God or Jesus or nothing, but it's like, dog, why don't y'all just go out there and find God? Why don't you just go find Jesus? No, they want to cling on to you. Okay, so be it then. Okay, cling on to me then. Now follow me. Watch what I do. Watch what I tell you. Watch who I tell you who to accept. Christ. You're only going to be able to follow me, but for so long, like I said, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right? Okay. Well, lead the horse to the water then. You see what I mean? Just go ahead and lead him. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to be there to be over every single control of things because we don't condone it or God's not allowing us to condone it. It's easiest to just cut yourself off. You know, you don't have to cut them off. They could be acting like you cut them off. You could be like, no, I cut myself off. I turn myself off. People want to be offended because you need isolation time. Why? Because they're offended that you're not allowing them to do their damn job. There's something inside of them that's demonic. It's an energy. And it waits for an arrival. It waits for opening so it can overtake you. So they can conjure you, and then it can overtake you through your anger, sadness, depression, a whole lot of things that ain't supposed to be in your spirit. Read up on the fruits of the spirit. Remember joy, peace, happiness, long suffering. Remember these things so that you can understand what it's like to actually have the armor of God on you, because these things won't affect you when you got that armor on. I want to give you some clues. I want to give you a bonus tip to help you getting that armor on and getting those fruits of the spirit, joy, peace, happiness, and everything, right? You're going to have to get rid of the cares of the world, the desires of your heart that is attached to this world, people, places, things. I'm telling you, you got to detach from it. Why? Because the first time you get in that vulnerable mood, that vulnerable spirit, right? And one of these devils is around you to use you to try to get you back reminiscing. Why? Because they know that you're still attached to some things. Who knows that? Is it the person? No, the spirit that's residing inside of them trying to conjure your energy understands that you are still attached to a lot of things in this world still. So if you're still attached, that ain't nobody's problem but yours. You gotta know when to leave the world behind. That ain't talking about the world. If you feel like you're not of the world, then you gotta realize that that's not you. And the people that is telling to leave the world behind, it must be you. It's gotta be you. It's gotta be you, because if you don't leave the world behind, then you're just gonna go with it. You see the place and the position that they want to put you in this new world thing, right? It doesn't feel so good. It doesn't give you the freedom to think, to believe, to act out on your emotions or your expressions, or it doesn't give you that, right? So it's almost like a bondage, a system that was created to put everybody in prison. And they have assigned to you a quote unquote devil, AKA, what do you call it? CO. So it's almost like y'all sitting here living with inmates, and that person that you living with that you think is a roommate ain't nothing but an inmate in this systematic world. This is too institutionalized. Don't you understand what I'm saying? When you don't got the freedoms to do this and you feel like you can't do that, who are y'all living with? That's what I told you. If you're going to be a man, you're going to be a leader, it's going to be important for you to have your own house at this particular time. That way you're not entertaining any of these things and you can't allow certain things to happen or even try. So that's one weight off your shoulders if you decide to live this as a man on your own. Just because you're living on your own, that don't mean that's a Damascus Road. You can be on the Damascus Road for so long and understand it or been through it so many times that you'll realize, look, I can live life by myself and I'm not going to be lonely because, of course, I'm still have my connections, my contacts, and I'm still going to meet people. Yeah, you're always going to meet people. So, but you don't have to have these individuals close to you, because the closer they get, the more power they think they got over them. It's just a given to them. Mind you, devils are very hard-headed. They're very hard-headed. And they really act like they don't be remembering certain things, especially when you tell them the things that God told you that you are not allowed to condone. So then say, oh, he told you don't condone this? All right, well, let me try that. Oh, he told you don't try that? All right, well, let me try that. It's like, yo, why is it hitting? Why are you trying to bat 1,000 right now? Why are you going 10 for 10 on every single move that you do? And when you see those things, bro, just cut these niggas off, bro. Cut them off. Cut them off. Tell them, if you stay around me, you're going to have to fight. Or you're going to have to fight two ways, either physically or spiritually. Now, I'm going to let you fight spiritually to see if you're going to try to change. Because I'm going to tell you, and yeah, I don't care if you're halfway there. I don't care if you're 75% the way there. 75% you holding on to the spirit, but 25% of you acting like a devil. I'm going to knock 25% of you the fuck out. I'm just letting you know. So keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Don't play those games with me, because I'm not letting nobody. I ain't letting none of you slide. None of them. Nobody. Mom, dad, sisters, brothers, girlfriends, none of that. None of y'all sliding. Cousins, homies, none of y'all. Y'all know it. You feel me? I'll call your fool right to your face, man. So don't play foolish with me. So if you call me, understand what you gonna get. Y'all like to call me and say, you know, you like that iron sharpening iron shit, but then sometimes it get too sharp. Sometimes it get too sharp. So I'm actually like a sharpening stone at this point. You can try to slide your iron on me all day. Only thing gonna come out is you sharper. I'm just a stone, bruh. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, iron sharpen iron, but certain stones sharpen iron too. And I gotta put it this way. I realize I'm not just iron. I'm like an iron stone, bro. Like, I'm stone. You understand what I'm saying? Because we do it all the time. And when there's a sharpening that's taking effect, they're supposed to, I just take the residual of their iron. You see what I'm saying? And I just literally blow it off. See, guys, I was made to be a specific person. I was made to be a specific thing. So you have iron that sharpens iron out there, but then you also have stones. I mean, they weren't even just meant to be sharp. God just knows certain things that he can use to sharpen all his tools. A rock. You understand? That's why it would take a rock to preach his word. Why? Because everybody coming behind him getting ready to get sharpened up by it. So if you around me, that means you're getting sharp, period. We sliding on each other. I'm sliding on you, sliding on me. The only thing that's going to happen to you is you're going to get sharper. What's going to happen to me is I'm just going to continue to stay solid, my friend. Do you understand? So I want people to know that this energy, and y'all got to stop. Please stop. Stop assuming these people are coming from their own antics and their own characteristics. Did you not realize these are characteristics of a devil? When you're dealing with a devil, man, I don't care if it's half the time or 25% of the time. When you're dealing with a devil in these times that are arising, it don't gotta be the whole time. Or like I said, all they gotta do is get that loophole so where they can get you to channel your energy and they can cause you to lose everything. When you see they constantly trying to make that move and you don't see progress being put in place, you don't see them reaching for Christ, you don't see them reaching for the Lord, you don't see them praying, you don't see them studying that word, but they telling you they following you, but then here and there, they pulling this antic. Well, that's because they ain't following Christ. They just lying to you in the face to stay around you. For what? So they can feed off your energy, bruh. Why? Because they know without you, their deep demonic dark spirit is going to take them into a spin hole that they can't even get out of. It'll make them sick. But that's why you got to let them know, we ain't even cool like that. We not attached like that. You getting ready to be on your own Damascus Road within a heartbeat. Within just a few simple words of me saying, get away from me. I'm not dealing with you no more. This is over. Do you understand? And y'all forgot the power that y'all got to just say like that to these people. But y'all stay around for long enough to watch how much power they can continue to utilize against you, right? But you have not used your power yet. You got to have the power to step off. And I'm going to have to talk about that too, the power of stepping off. So we got the power association that's getting ready to come and the power of stepping off. Because it's either step up or step off. If you ain't going to step up, you ain't going to control the handle situation as a man of God. They told you. You got to step off. Ain't no need of telling them step off. They ain't going to step off. One step off, 10 more step. You don't know how to start dismissing these individuals. You're always going to have this problem. And you ain't never going to know when it's going to arise. So till next time, man, it's your boy Don Illuminati. I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace and voila.